Return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Yellow. There's a little lady. Focus, defense, focus. Yellow.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Hardman, the second-round pick out of Georgia, really showcased his speed at the combine, running a 4.3 340, and should help give Patrick Mahomes another versatile playmaker to work with at the receiver position. Looking to throw is Mahomes, and he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. On first down, Watson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
It's caught by OBJ. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And that one goes out of bounds, and let's see here. They're going to walk this back to the 40-yard line.
Set. 19. 59.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. To try again after the sack. Watson flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Being chased out left. He can, oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. The 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw it with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Buying time to his left. And this is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Mahomes going to throw. Looking downfield for Kelce. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tackle.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Darren Lee able to record his 5th sack of the season. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Letting one go deep. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it and avoids the contact by sliding. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now it's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Here's Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 54.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Got an open man, it's QT. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. 36 yards on the play. From the red zone now, Watson. eluding the pressure right. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Watson on target here to Fuller. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Watson. Dancing to his left. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. That time, Juan Thornhill, the rookie from Virginia, batting it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now here's Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
After the interception, here's Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Odell Beckham, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this.
And my goodness, another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Going for the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. On 2nd and 12, Watson. He's got Fuller. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. They are going for it. Here's Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chris Jones. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Mecole Hardman. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive? Under pressure, they got him again. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Coleman now finding room at the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
24-yard gain on the play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check 52.
The final shot before the break. Watson. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than...
And now here's another interception. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DJ Reader picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has it all.
And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who are getting 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
On first down, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mahomes firing complete. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. Mahomes now to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. And again, it's Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on them. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down. And now here's another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Mahomes now on first down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch out, watch out.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They're going for it. It's Watson being chased out left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there. And it's third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down. KC last year on fourth down, 12 of 15, third best in the league, and they're going again. Here's Mahomes to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Watson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So that's going to push him back half the distance. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction. And that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of the ball.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And yes, folks, that is his 5th interception, a new NFL record.
And that's absolutely phenomenal. I just have to flat out applaud him. What a great effort in this game. But let's face it, when you look back at the numbers of guys who had 4 in the past, you'll find the names of some of the greats and some guys who just had a fantastic game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise or throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick, and he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe named it, he did it 3 times. On 2nd and 7, Watson. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Buying time to his left. He'll run it, and he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The Texans on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He finds an opening past the 40. He's got Fuller. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Morris Claiborne.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Let him know. Hey, 43, 15.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Man, I got you. Hey, 43. Here we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Mahomes going to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chris Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turn to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Let's go.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Markevius Mingo able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Ron Thornhill.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that...
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.